Hi ho, campers, and welcome to Best Leaderboarders Tournament, where our happy campers are going to fight themselves and be slotted into teams. You're all gonna have a hard time, but it's all in the nature of fun. I'm your host, Mikoy, and I'm joined by the chef to my Chris McLean. I'm obviously off of the total drama hype. We just finished watch everything of the reboot. Let's just say that it's fun. And joining us back is our returning special guest from Cycle One.
Black Knight Gawain, except no one might actually know if this is the real me or not because apparently I was so inaudible last one that it might as well be a different person this time.
Well, and
No way, it's an imposter.
It's an
For
imposter.
all you know, this might be a different person.
Yeah, it's an imposter Amogus.
Also, Nicole, did you say hi home
Kermit the
for
Frog.
Chris McLean?
Yeah,
He
Kermit.
did.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah. Hi ho, I'm Kermit the Frog here. All right. Last time we ranked 97 people in Cycle One.
Well, we ranked 98.
Nine.
I think there's now 97.
Because
96 even.
because someone dropped out. Well this time we're
Someone
gonna.
got banned, someone got dropped out, and a few things happened.
We'll not talk about those intricacies here and there. We're just gonna talk about the 89 people who qualified this cycle. Significantly less, but still a lot.
Can't wait.
But still a lot to cover. Literally, I spent the entire week researching all of you. And now I've got all the notes, and we're ready to rank you all into a nifty tier list for all of you people to enjoy. So let's get things started, shall we? First up, we have the third dimension 3D.
I don't know. I prefer the fifth dimension. They make good songs.
Oh. Well, I like third dimension because we actually live in the third dimension. So, 3D.
D greater than 3D. Just saying.
So, 3D. He's currently in the OU Spring Seasonal, which is up round 5, I believe, at the time of this recording. They made it to round 4 of OST. Get ready to hear that tour name a lot. And they went a respectable 5-3 in Team Balo. So, guys, have you?
Not bad.
So guys, have you seen 3D compete at all in tours? I know I've seen him a little bit, but what do you guys think?
Well, I've seen his first AAA game.
Triple A.
You know, like almost any ability.
Well, that's not a that.
Like,
Well, that's not a BLT tier, Gawain. You know the drill by now. We're only
I
count.
know the drill, but it was funny. It was kind of funny.
I'd like to add that OU Spring Seasonal is in fact on round 6.
I think it just dropped yesterday, I believe. Is he still currently on there?
Late yesterday. Let's take a look. I have this pulled up. I can look. Yeah, he's still in it.
All right.
No, he's still round 6 actually.
So OU Spring Seasonal round 6, and he's still in it. Fairly respectable player. Now, looking into his replays, I could definitely see him being a good, solid, all around pick. Not exactly someone who would be like top of everyone's priority list, but I can see them playing well and hopefully winning a couple of matches here and there.
He has a custom avatar. Where's that from?
I don't know. Well,
It's SPL.
That's-
SPL finalist this year.
so he's an SPL
Was
finalist.
that in the introduction?
Oh yeah, I didn't actually check that. Oh, what was his record in SPL?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to pull that one up.
All
While
right.
I do that, drop some commentary.
So, where would we rank him in our little tier list here?
I'd say maybe A or B.
Well,
In that range.
around that same range, I'm thinking as well. B seems like a respectable guy, like I said. He's a good solid pick for a late or a middle round pick if anyone's very interested in them. Managers take note.
Okay.
So if anyone's pretty interested in 3D, they can absolutely pick them up.
All right.
Go with 1-3.
1-3. Okay, that's a bit. Well, that's not like something I would note. Negative record, but he's competed in SPL, which is good.
Yeah. It's always good.
So Gawain, where would you put him?
Fine. I changed it.
Yeah, I think it as well.
9.
I saw the Fates Crux username like a grand total of once, but I didn't get to see the game because I was in the same tour.
So
It's a good alt name though. I'll give it that.
being round 6 of Uber's winter seasonal, being round 4 of Uber's kickoff, and hosting a lot of Uber's things, I think 7992 definitely has the chops in terms of how to play Ubers. Looking at their recent replays, I'd say they're kind of in the same boat as they were in Gen 8. Like, they were alright, they can play stall relatively well, but they've also like backed away from stall a bit, and they've tried, actually building balanced teams.
7992 is an interesting player to me. Like, he can play well against some of the big guns, but I've also seen him lose horribly.
Mm.
Like, is this like a stall main kind of guy? Like, I just looked at one replay real quick.
Oh, it's a stall. Oh, he was primarily known as a stall player in Ubers for a bit in Gen 8.
I mean, Gen 8 Ubers is a stall heavy tier, so.
I mean, he's used to playing
I mean,
the
you'll
long
probably
games.
get flack for saying that, but like, it's kind of true.
I mean, he's used to playing long games, like really long games. Like,
Maybe it's more like it's just a very bulky offense heavy tier.
true. So yeah, 7992. Where do we want to place him?
I place him at like C or B maximum.
See,
B feels fine to me.
like a B minus.
Yeah, but we don't have a B minus, do we?
But relatively speaking, a B minus. I mean, yeah, I will agree. Maybe I'm leaning more towards C plus, but I think B minus is fair.
I think C is alright, because like in terms of other tiers, I think he's mid.
Yeah, very mid.
However, this is a pretty decent Ubers main, in probably somewhat worth the pickup. Not missing a ton, but like I think it's worth drafting.
Yeah, it's definitely the upper echelon in terms of Uber's mains.
Yeah, like we've seen conversation about Ubers in general. People in the last video won't recall my commentary on that because I was inaudible. But you want a good Ubers main in this tier right now.
Yeah, 7992. And 7992 is definitely a good option. Not the best, because the Uber's pool is actually kind of stacked, but he's a good option.
Couldn't buy Aberforth for 40K.
Uh,
Buy 7992 for about half that or less.
yeah.
Way less.
Way less. Unless somebody overbid, I don't know what happened.
I mean, Aberforth is here, but also FC is also here, so like those two are obviously gonna
Our
be
big
the
boys.
biggest, bigs.
Spoilers. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes. But, 7992 I think belongs in the Uber's pool. At least. Next up, we have Akaru Kokuyo, or in my Japanese way, Akaru Kokyo.
Weeb.
Yeah, that's probably a weeb.
All right. Let's look at Weeb's name records here. Oh, well, okay. Didn't have exactly a pretty strong start Right in the doubles Premier League. 1-5.
Oh,
However, he was a DOU Winter Seasonal finalist. I believe that finals would happen last week. I don't know who won, but he is the final.
that.
He is the fine. He is like the top in the top two of the doubles Winter Seasonal.
Sorry, the winter seasonal final was last week?
I believe so. I looked at it when I was researching.
What the hell happened there?
Let's see who won.
Man, you get weird snow days in certain parts of the US or wherever, but like, that's kinda low. That's kinda late.
Ah, so he lost. He lost the final. He's the runner-up. He's runner-up.
Oh, who's the winner? Is it somebody we know?
Madara. Someone called Madara. Not Atrax Madara, but just Madara.
Oh, great. Different.
Yeah. Uh, so other records. For Mr. Akaru here. 5-2 in Team Ballo. He competed mostly in that doubles tier in that Italian team tour, and he's also competed in the doubles World Cup, going 1-1.
Not as good as I thought it would be, but okay, he's neutral.
So take a shot every time I said doubles because guess what, man? This guy, man. So yeah, he is a doubles main through and through. And after like the recent resurgence of the doubles pool, as we'll get to certain players later, the doubles pool is actually like kind of stacked now, thanks to certain people qualifying. We'll talk about them later. So Akaru, where do we want to put Akaru?
Thing is, I know this name. I know it.
Hmm.
However, I've never seen a single game of theirs.
What about you, Gawain?
Yeah, I'm blanking on the username too. Like Gary Copito was not an alt I remember at all. But I'm looking at the points breakdown. 11 points in Uber, 6 in VU, 5 in Gen 5 UU, and 3 in RU.
No doubles.
Not bad.
No doubles.
They did like their basic bid and diff.
All right. So
No
judging,
doubles points though, which is fine.
from their records, where do we want to say we put them?
I want to say C. It's a very stacked doubles pool.
I want to say B because getting to the finals of a seasonal is still pretty good.
True, but we have some amazing other doubles players that we talked about in Cycle 1 video, and we will talk about some more in Cycle 2. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Preemptive, but C for me.
All right, so B or C territory for me. I'm gonna lean more towards I C. It's kind of controversial in that regard, but it's straddling that line.
I think B. It's a good.
It's straddling that line, and yes, getting into a seasonal, as you mentioned, is good. It's just those other records and those bigger tours. But
That's a pretty good record for Team Ballot.
yeah, but in the admittedly bigger doubles pools like the doubles World Cup and doubles Premier League, he's kind of struggling a little bit. So I'm cautious about this certain pick, but it's still it's still a good player. He still knows the meta well. But he's gonna get lost in that doubles pool, I feel. So I'm.
Considering I consider C to be average or slightly above average, I think I'm inclined to say B because that means above average.
Eh, I still think so. Who knows? Maybe they'll be good. Maybe we're underranking him a little bit. But yeah.
Like someone I'd invest in for doubles to me.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Next up, here's a name I know. Ase Power. This is a name I know. Why? Because
Okay.
this is a name I know. Why?
Where are
Oh,
we pulling this stuff?
he's a complete newcomer, and he's very admitted to it. He's admitted it to my PMs. He's admitted it in the tourist chat. He's gonna go in a special tier.
What do you mean he's a newcomer? Wasn't he around last year?
He was around for a little bit. But yeah, this player is quite honestly not a very good
That's why I am immediately running him.
F.
Because D or F?
F.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolute Mr. Right and Strike Ace of Power, you will be missed.
Yeah. Sorry, but I need to see more. For these new players, like here's a tip. Go and do well. That's the worst advice I could give. But yeah.
Do it Hooper 590 style.
Oh god. Oh god.
That's a reference the new players aren't gonna get. You
Oh
gotta
god.
explain that.
Oh god.
Maybe we'll explain it later. But basically, Hooper 590 was a really bad player who just used very outlandish gimmicks and would win somehow with them.
He beat T Leonard. He beat T Leonard in a BLT.
With a Sash Ditto.
I have no statement for that.
You gotta watch the match. You gotta watch the match, Gawain.
That was a funny match.
All right. So
Yep. I'll ask about this later. Let's move on.
all right, we'll talk about the funniest matches in BLT later. So next up, Avidus. This is a player I'm familiar with as well.
A lot of people are familiar with him, actually.
To a scary
First
degree.
real big name.
So Avidus, quite a lot of records for this man here. He's neutral in UUF. So he's neutral currently in UUFPL 2-2. He went 4-1 in Monotype BLT. He went 4-1 in NU Swiss. He's currently in the RU Premier League. He's also currently in the OU Spring Seasonal. Is he still on there, actually?
Oh,
He's still there. He's still competing. Nice.
name I saw.
So Avidus is still in the OU Spring Seasonal.
At least going around 7 or 8.
But there are some more records. That you think that's all of them? No, there are not. He went 3-4 in UUPL. He went round 7 in the UU Masters Tour. He went 5-2 in the LC Winter League, and he went round 7 in the Uber's Winter Seasonal.
Wow, he's done a lot.
He's done everything except OST. So, Avidus. I've been kind of harsh on Avidus in previous years, kind of ranking him low, kind of thinking, he's good, but not as good
He's
in.
not doing as well.
Yeah, he's not as good in Gen 8 as he was in Gen 7. I think Gen 9's a big step
However,
up.
yeah, it sounds like he's having more success in Gen 9 than Gen 8.
Yeah, I think he's having more fun. Maybe the perception of people thinking, well, Gen 8's a bad meta. Guys. So yeah, Avidus. Have you guys seen him play in the room tours?
Yeah, it's an all that stands out. It was great. Those were all great games to watch. I mean, it's a very distinctive opening. Punisher?
Punisher, yes.
Oh, yeah. That was a distinct quality. I saw that, and I'm like, that's definitely an
It's Avidus. And you know what? I'm not gonna be as harsh anymore. I think Avidus has been honestly very goated this year, and I think he's gonna do well in BLT. I know because I teamed with him before, and he did okay when he was in the Celestelas, but here in Gen 9, I think he's gonna go much bigger.
Yeah, sounds like he's made a good comeback this gen.
So where are we picking him? A or S? Sounds to me like he's in the S. A.
A for Avarice.
A
I
for.
don't think he's quite at the level of insanity that S players tend to be at.
Yeah, he's not.
Honestly,
Go on.
you could potentially get away with it. I feel like a low S might not be too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I'm just getting strong vibes. I'm getting vibes about good, good energy for this guy.
These records are good, but they're not like S tier records. They're not insane.
Consistency across like a lot of different tiers for me. Feels a little bit more. I'm feeling a little bit more inclined.
Mm.
I mean, you can put S on your tier list, but I think that's a solid A.
I'm thinking around A.
To be pretty good, but like not quite M level.
I think A as well. I think A is just on the cusp of S. I think he's right there in the straddling of that line. He's gonna go high. I feel like he's gonna go high. Like 15 or 16, like 15 or 16K at most, or at least, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of high.
Yeah, I would think he's gonna go for a high price. I think he's gonna be a valuable member in the team. Hopefully he'll do us proud and make a great BLT record, but we'll shall see.
Okay.
Next up, Excelsior.
OMG, my guy.
Yep, he's everyone's guy. Well, he was everyone's guy until the bad things happened. So Excelsior.
Wait, what am I missing for context? You can't just say that.
So okay, Excelsior had a history in BLT. He had an amazing run in a past BLT, like 5-1 or
undefeated in LC. I think it was.
I think actually no, not 5-1, maybe like 8-0. He had an
like 7-0 or 8-0. It was something pretty great.
it was amazing. What an absolute chad that man had in his first or second BLT run. He did great, and then when he came back, everyone had high hopes for him. He then started to get a little bit stale, and
He was playing UU and didn't have the best record to my memory.
yeah, I think it went negative or just a really bad record. So yeah, people were high on him, and then he fell off. So right now I couldn't find any SV records for poor Excelsior here, so I ended up interviewing him. Didn't really have much SV records. I think he just kind of started playing SV because of BLT, and he said that his strongest tier is, LC. And I would incline to agree. I think LC is his strongest tier, much better than UU.
Okay. Glenn, do you have anything to say about replays?
Yeah, I mean, the alt name is pretty on the nose. Getting back at it. Definitely, the gameplay was getting back at it.
Mm.
Yeah, but that name does fit for what he was doing. He was indeed getting back at it.
Yeah, not as many points from LC and Walls as I would have liked to see, given that I now know they're an LC main.
Mm.
Well, LC plus UU, I'd say it's more like that.
Not LCUU,
Oh, yeah,
LCU
not even
plus
on this
UU.
at all.
Oh.
Yeah. So, how did he fare? I haven't looked at Excelsior's replays, but how did he fare?
I mean, seems alright. Definitely seems like they're trying. I don't know if they would be my first pick for LC or, well, UU or any other tier right now. But I don't know. Could be potentially solid. Could be potentially not. Wild card.
Mm. which is good.
I'm thinking C should be good.
I don't think that highly, unfortunately. I'm thinking more of a D.
No,
Hey, boy, Wilson chose violence.
I like Excelsior's play back then. Mm, now, like Gen 9 Excelsior doesn't feel all that, it doesn't feel the same as a Gen 7
Boy,
Excelsior.
It sounds to me like you haven't even seen that much of
I
it
haven't.
in Gen 9, though.
I haven't. I'm just,
Exactly, so why are you
Boy,
saying
what
that?
the hell, bro?
but I'm just going based on memory. Would I be more confident in saying Excelsior can go into the LC pool as a strong contender, per se? Like, think about the.
Right now, given all these, probably yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Wolf's gonna dire. Wolf's gonna dire, but there are some newcomers we will talk about in this video later on.
Okay, so,
Excelsior's by no means bad. Just, he has his ups and downs, so I think C is fine.
okay. I'll concede for now, but we'll just have to wait and see how the actual tour plays out. Hopefully, Excelsior can pick up some really good wins if he ever gets drafted, which I hope he does. Yeah, I hope people can see how good Excelsior is. So, next up. This is a player that before researching, we have no idea who he is. And then after researching him, I was blown away. Azik.
I've heard good things about this name.
Azik.
Oh yeah, this is one of the Monodai Brewman names.
One of them. We're gonna
Yeah,
see.
they all kind of came like at the same time. That was kind of funny to see people on then.
Yeah, well, maybe it's Mushamu. I blame Mushamu for that, for letting the monotype room just invade tours for a bit.
I think it actually might have been
that
Ed.
some rooms just kind of show notifications for when there's tournaments happening in
I know.
other rooms, and that could be one of the rooms that shows the notifications, so they might always know when there's a mono tour.
No, Ken usually goes and tells them. Like there was literally one mono tour, like an official that Ken was like, "Yeah, I'm advertising it." Like, double the amount of signups.
Oh,
Shout out
Ken.
Ken if you're here.
Okay. All right. So, and ASIC is one of them. And look what happened here after researching. 3-1 currently in the UUFPL. Got to top 6 of the Monotype Spring Seasonals. Not round 6, top 6.
That's pretty good.
Round 4 of the SV Monotype Cup. Round 3 of OST. And he was the winner. He was the winner of the SV Monotype Kickoff.
Winner of the what?
SV Monotype Kickoff.
Oh. Was Mushamu in that tour?
I don't know. Maybe he was hosting. I don't know.
Like
So, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Azik, and after seeing his replays, I'm fully convinced that he is going to go big in this draft.
Oh.
So, where do you guys want to put him?
Sounds like an A at least.
What about you, Gawain?
Yeah, let's go with an A.
All right, seems fair.
A for Azik.
A for Azik. So far, we're agreeing on some of these, which I'm pretty happy about. And Azik is definitely. Hopefully, managers take note. Azik is good. Please. Don't pass him off as just another monotype guy. All right.
Shout out Monotype Ruben Faders.
Shout out to. Do it again for TLT. Next up, we have Blazenix.
That's an old name, I think.
Yeah, this is an old name who literally just rejoined midway through BLT, and a bunch of people were like, "No way, you're back."
Ah, yes, Blazenix. So I couldn't find any SV records for Blazenix, but hey, he's a great logo maker, and
Yeah, that checks out.
he's a great logo maker. He's a great graphic designer. Please go follow his stuff. It's actually very insane. He creates insane things.
Yeah, he's pretty good at making those logos.
Inspiration. All right, so.
I saw Blazenix play a fair bit.
Hmm. And what did you think?
Yeah. Not gonna rate him highly. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he just rejoined. Not gonna rank him highly for that. I would go with D for that for now.
B.
Given time, you can still pick up the tiers though. We have enough time.
Okay.
The draft is in 4 days.
Yep, draft is in 4 days. I'm very excited. Bookart, what do you think?
I think we should have a mock. I mean, I have never seen him play, so I don't really know what to say. Like, I've seen the name. That's a name that's been around a while. I know he's also great at designing logos. I've seen his logos, but I don't know if I've ever seen him play.
So
I don't know.
So are we trusting Gawain's? I think B. Yeah, B is a good spot.
B?
Wait, what?
I thought
Oh.
what? Said D.
Did you say
Am I still
D?
asleep?
Oh, did you say D? Oh, I misheard things.
Yeah, I said D.
Oh.
I was like, you just rejoined. You're like picking it up again.
Okay, I misheard things.
Yeah, like in that case, the only reason he'd be B is if he was like actually a complete another pro in the past, just kind of picking up his maybe B. But like Gawain said, he wasn't.
I think they used to be pretty good before, but like, I don't know. I'm just going off what I saw on room doors.
Okay. So D it is.
I still did not know.
Okay. Fair enough. Next up, we have.
According to Gawain, who seems to have the most input about their actual playing than all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, it was his name that I kept following because every time somebody's like, "Oh my God, you're back," I just tend to watch their games a little bit more.
All right. You know, that's good. Getting
Great
that.
artist though. Draft them for his art.
Please draft him for his art. And go follow his stuff. It's actually insane how the things he creates. Next up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hype up your art a little bit more. Blazenex, if you haven't seen his World Cup logo for Pakistan, you're missing out. That is
Yeah, that is one of my
favorites on the site.
Yeah, one of my favorite logos I've seen.
I make good logos too, just saying.
I know.
Yeah, but did yours have Glade on it?
Glade?
Yeah, the World Cup logo that he made had a Glade on it. I'm biased.
I made a Glade logo, so.
Competing art. All right, getting sidetracked here.
I'll check it out.
Next up, we have Ciro Napoli. This is a name I'm very familiar with. So.
Are you sure it's Ciro Napoli?
I don't know. That's how I said
it's
it.
definitely Ciro Napoli.
Ciro Napoli.
Okay, that's not like read it in my mind, but good to know.
What did you read it as?
I'm just gonna not say.
Say it, American.
No.
All right. OU player, very known OU player, especially in the community in the Italian community. So Ciro Napoli, currently in the OU spring seasonal. I don't know if he's still in, but I will say he is. So he made it to round 5 of OU spring seasonal, but this is the big draw. He was an He was the OST semifinalist. He's in the top 4.
Lost to the eventual winner.
I believe.
Yikes. But that's pretty dang good.
So he's an OU main through and through. I can definitely attest to that because he kicked my ass back in Gen 8.
I honestly thought he was a Rams main, but okay.
He kicked my ass back in Gen 8 and Gen 9. I think, seeing his replays now, I think he's gotten way, way better.
Interesting.
Have you guys seen him in the cycle at all?
Yeah, I watched quite a few games. I was impressed.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
the hype is well deserved.
So A, I think it's an A tier.
Also, I think for him the Rams main, but good to know he's OU, I guess.
He's very
He
much.
also plays decently at Ubers. Most of their points were from Ubers during the
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's an OU main, but good to know that he's doing Ubers as well. I'm gonna go A, straight up. What do you guys think?
I was gonna put S for this time around. Like, a lot of other people have been hyping him up. I think the hype is justified.
Ooh.
I don't know about us. I sort of have high standards for that.
Yeah. Do you think like S like on the same level as like an Ars 9 or a Star Master or any of those big names?
Yeah, I think someone who's doing really well and kind of cracked from what I've seen, and getting to OST semifinals right now, given the state of the tier, is pretty damn impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That about season though.
Quite impressive, yeah.
Like, losing to the eventual winner is kind of like a big deal for me.
Who was
Storm Zone is just that guy.
though?
Very fair.
It's Storm Zone, yeah.
So very, very fair. Yeah, I definitely can attest to that. However, doing the other tiers, the thing that I keep bringing up is that for an S tier, for me, an S tier is someone who can play most BLT centric tiers and absolutely kick ass in all of them. So if you're good at one tier and if you're good at one really good tier, you're definitely getting a lot of high points from me.
Don't pick ass in one particular tier that beat everyone.
Mm. So I think A is a perfectly fine. Minimum A. Like, do not sleep on Ciro Napoli, please. Like, this guy deserves to get drafted.
Yes, I agree. Seems pretty good.
Next up, we have Cyril, to be honest, which is a name we've seen a lot if you're a tourist room grinder. I think he's guaranteed, actually.
In what? Oh, right, in the cycle.
Is he guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
I want to say no.
Guaranteed?
No, not in the guaranteed pool.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's not, like, ain't no way.
We're still one more away from our first guaranteed person.
Okay. So, what do we think of Cyril TBH?
I'm gonna show it on my own tier list right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Wait, you can show multiple people's screens on what we're using?
No, just look at the screen on Hyperbeam.
D for doubles main.
Oh,
like,
he plays
given
doubles.
This, they're really good at ladder playing.
Mm.
Had top 100 during the cycle at some point.
Damn.
So not bad in terms of like playing doubles. The unfortunate reality is the doubles pool is very stacked.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
And then he's not gonna succeed against actual pro doubles players.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough room in this doubles pool
So
to
if he can't succeed against
occupy a
me
room for him.
or someone of my level, he will not succeed in the tour.
Yeah, is this coming from experience, Poker 2004?
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. I like the guy a lot.
Possibly. I faced the guy a few times in cycles.
Mm. So yeah, that's our opinion. Remember, this tier list is all opinionated, so don't get your hopes up or low, or don't get your all don't be like Twitter.
Draft this guy because he's cool, though.
Yeah, it seems like a chill dude to talk
3K
to.
Army Gang, where you at?
Yeah, I would not pay over 3K for this guy, so yeah, if anyone plans to draft him,
Do it.
that's bare minimum.
All right. Next up. Next up, we have one of the aforementioned guaranteed people, a player that we're very familiar with if you're a Plaza main, Derpy Boy.
Or OM main.
Yeah, a Plaza slash OM main. So good old Derp. He got to round 4 of the RU kickoff, so he's not completely in the OM contingency. He is actually doing singles tiers for once. And he's also competed in OST, although not getting very far.
Yeah, obviously. He qualified in BLT.
Wait. I thought this guy was a Natdex player. I was told he was a Natdex.
Natdex? Where did you
Well,
see him
I feel
complete
like
Natdex?
Natdex and OMs kind of coincide sometimes.
Yeah, no, it was because, like, the whole discussion about his little controversy came up, and somebody was like, oh, who is this? And then they were like, Natdex player? Question mark? Now even I'm kind of, like, sketchy on that.
I've only really seen Derpy Boy in OMMs or
same.
OMs because like they were a pretty regular Tours Plaza Premier player.
Yeah, competed in a bit of Tours Plaza.
So someone with a TPP record.
Yeah, and he did okay, I think. Stabbing Mega, but that's not a BLT tier. He competed in OST, although not getting very far.
This is a mixed Mega player, I think.
So Gawain, since you're the mod, you've seen this guy's playing a lot more. How did you feel?
Oh yeah, I just realized the last time I did this video was everybody's favorite driver. Everybody's favorite mod.
Mod. One step closer. Anyway,
yeah, not to get sidetracked, but your people wasn't bad. Sometimes I felt they were a little inconsistent. Like maybe not as consistent as I would like to see the G pool be. But overall they weren't bad. I want to give C.
Ooh.
That seems fair.
I would also pick C. I think C is very fair.
I'd say like C highest, D lower.
Yeah, I think C is a very fair record. Also, if you're gonna draft Derpy Boy, make sure let's predict what price Derpy Boy would get because he's a guaranteed. There's a guaranteed price. I say 5 or 6K at best.
5K best.
I'm just gonna say 3. I have a feeling this people is gonna be weird buys.
Yeah, a lot of these people have 3K potential.
Just 3K potential, nothing else. Alright, next up, Dragon 246. I feel like I've seen this guy in the past BLT. I think he did compete once and never again.
You have. Or at least a past tour. This guy has been on the tour scene before, I remember.
Yes, I remember this name. I think he's competed in a past BLT.
Yes, I remember him. Into D rank he goes.
Well, before you put him in D,
no, he's not that good.
I would just like to point out that he is in fact 3-2 in NU Swiss.
What?
Sick. Kind of sick.
Yeah, he had a 3-2 record in NU Swiss, which is currently ongoing, I think. So this might be outdated by the time this video comes out. But yeah.
Yeah, it's still going. I think it's on round 6.
Can you check if Dragon? Let's actually check if Dragon 246 is still in.
Oh.
4-2. That's a pretty good record.
Interesting.
You know what? Okay. Well,
I'm actually seeing the other crawlers in the 4 and 2 section as well.
that's good to know. May want to save that tab so we can point that out later because this is again this has become very outdated now. Gawain, how do you think? Have you seen this guy play at all in the cycle?
Bump my sound up real quick. Yeah, I've seen him play. Don't feel super strongly. Records are still not making me consider otherwise. I just feel like there's surprisingly a lot of NU players, or at least people who can play NU. So it's gonna be like a tough call for somebody trying to draft him. But I feel like, cheap buy, not bad.
Yeah, I feel like he's found his niche, and NU seems to be his. I think NU is going to be his primary niche. Uh, I could see him like he's improving. He's improving over past years. But is it enough to really pull me out of the D rank? Is it really enough though? Probably a little bit. I'm still gonna go like D. D plus?
D plus or C is fine. I'm looking at some of his past opponents in NU Swiss. Seems like, Scarlet Stars, Axelgor Pyros the Gun. I don't even know what that is. Oh, wait, he beat Mao?
Wow.
He beat Bambadoro in NU Swiss. That's interesting.
Wow. Yeah, Dragon 246. I don't think it's enough for me to pull it out of the D tier. I think he's gonna remain there despite having a pretty good record in NU Swiss. The NU pool is a very strict pool. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah. We'll see. I feel a little bad putting him in D now, seeing the 4 and 2 record, but okay.
Next up, another dragon. G. Dragon Phoenix 333. A very, very proud, a very, very proud tours reg.
It's like funny coincidence.
What's the funny coincidence? Wait, I want to hear that.
Just the dragon part, that's it.
Oh, no, come on, dragons are tolerant. Everyone's cheesy about them for some reason.
True.
So, Dragon, a very proud tours reg. What do we think?
Easiest F tier pick I've had.
I can't agree with you more. Yeah, I feel like this is one of those.
Hell, I'd rank him lower if I could.
F lower F. That's gonna go in the meme category. Lower F tier.
Yeah, we got like a little F minus slot somewhere in there.
Ah.
I missed like all of your guys' commentary just now, so what?
Are you?
Oh, I'm just extra harsh on this guy.
So Dragon Phoenix 333.
If you're watching this, don't come after me too much. I know you won't, but like.
You will. F tier.
No, you will. It sucks to be audible on one of the best commentary on.
Ah well.
I'm just like kind of like, yeah.
It's expected. I'm sorry we're predictable. Okay? This is easy F tier.
But yeah, wait, D. That I said F. That's way too generous. Ace to Power was way better.
That's Wow. Oh my God.
Put her in a poker hard.
If it is. Wow. Okay.
Next.
I was gonna maybe say D. Not much better, but goodness gracious.
No, those D tier players are like
Better.
kind of good. Like Cyril had a good ladder peak. Dragon's doing well in Swiss. Blaze Mix is kind of getting back into it.
They're better.
Putting that D there would make our fearless questionable.
Goodness. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I woke up choosing to pick violence today.
Thank you. Join the club, Gawain.
You didn't wake up too long ago, so I guess it's still fresh.
Oh yeah, I'm still cranky. I'm still.
That's what I like to hear. Next up, another newcomer, Elrond. This time, a guaranteed newcomer.
Yeah, this guy's very new.
Wait, really?
Nope.
I thought this guy's been around for like a little bit longer.
SV is literally his first.
I thought this would be
Gen.
an alt, but looking into it, it's not an alt, and they joined both Showdown and Smokin' rather recently, like literally this month.
So he's very, very, very new. I tried getting an interview out of him, but no response. So
No Scarlet Violet records, I'm guessing.
So you. So what do you think, really?
Assuming 0.
So what do you think Elrog is going? Have you seen him?
Yeah, I mean, he's still one of the few people who are active post BLT. He's second on the leaderboard right now, trying to outcompete a certain monster, but a certain monster is too uncompetable.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But the attempt isn't bad, even if no one else is trying. But like, Elrog for someone who's super new seems really good for that level.
Okay.
That's why I was like, oh, this guy has to be around for like a little bit longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was looking at him play, and while I wasn't super impressed or anything, I'm like, I don't think they're new.
Maybe we just don't see their other smoke on account.
Extremely new, and I'm like, what?
Maybe.
I can alt check real quick and get back to you on that.
So, where do we place Elrog?
You're not allowed to have an alt on Smokin', so
Yeah, but like, what if they have a different alt, like that they play on? I doubt it because they're still using Elrog.
Yeah, but seems like they are in fact Elrog on Smokin', and that joined quite recently.
So, where do we place him? Yoane?
Oh, he's on. Oh. You're the best judge, Dwayne.
A lot of names.
Oof.
Which is an observation that I kind of didn't make because I was like half-assed watching most of those games. But it's kind of true. For a new player, they're not bad, but if you haven't been around, there's a lot of things you're not familiar with, and you know, this general tours mentality that you might want to be, you know, that you might just want to have when you're going up in the team tour. So I don't know. I'm more inclined towards D after thinking it through.
Okay, seems fair.
But doesn't seem bad. Doesn't seem bad. Could be a C.
Yeah, like around. You think he's traveling that line as well?
More than 3K. I just doubt that.
Yeah, he's not going for more than 3K unless any of the managers watched him and actually felt somewhat impressed.
So take notes, managers.
If that is you, please contact us. We can revise.
Yes, Yes, please. Managers, take note. Next up, we have a pretty big name, a pretty big face in the.
Did we rank?
So, Aragon 111.45. No, Gawain. He didn't compete in Cycle 1, he just competed in Cycle 2.
No. He definitely played Cycle 1.
Well,
I've watched those games.
Well, he played Cycle 1, he didn't qualify then.
Didn't qualify.
All right, right,
Yeah,
right.
that's kind of surprising because I was like, oh yeah, you're kind of like a shoe in for qualification.
So, Aragon, this guy is one of the biggest names I've ever seen in the doubles pool. Like, he's competed in a lot of doubles tours. He, yeah, he's 2-4 in the doubles Premier League. Like, everyone starts off pretty badly in the doubles Premier League, I've noticed. But not just an SVDAU contributor. He's competed in the doubles winter seasonal. Got decently far, although I didn't note what place he did, but it's fine. He did get 4-1 in the doubles World Cup, and he made it to round 5 in the doubles kickoff. So this guy.
Not a devil. Well, he definitely won that World Cup.
Yes, actually, yes. I will note that he is part of that winning team in the doubles World Cup, and he had a pretty good record to boot, 4-1, very impressive. So go in. You do you have more to say on Aragon as Cycle 2 progressed?
No, I mean exactly what you expect. Easy A for me.
Hey.
More than half his points came from doubles.
Hell, I'm surprised he can play Ubers. Kind of surprising.
I've seen a bit of Uber's replays from him. He's alright. So A, huh? A. Interesting. Okay, what do you I would agree. I would agree that he's he's pretty good.
I've seen him. He's a doubles player. I'm not really. I don't really like ranking names I don't know super well too high, so I'm thinking like B.
Here's the thing. Like
Aragon deserves the hype. He is one of those doubles players that are really good. Like, if you talk to the doubles mains right now, I think they would come at you for this ranking.
Okay, here's the thing. Like,
really?
I'm
kind of confident on that one. I'm kind of confident.
I will say Aragon is good at doubles. However, isn't enough for me to like push him into A territory. Like, does he belong in some of the?
Yes, actually, I think he's gonna be one of the. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be one of the more definitive doubles picks for this tour. I mean, we have a stack full. We're gonna be talking about another good player in like, but I think Aragon is gonna be like somebody starting doubles.
Fair. It's definitely a fair. It's definitely a fair assumption here. I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B, but high B, very high B. I just don't feel confident enough in an A, especially with all the hype going into him. I'm like, yeah, okay, he's got the hype, he's got all the doubles crit in the world, which is good. However, putting him in a super high position may, in a way, kind of turn away from that hype, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, he's done great as a singles doubles win, but in terms of team tours, well, he did win the doubles World Cup, but there's definitely a ceiling. I hope I'm proven wrong, and he's actually like has the best doubles record in the BLT. But we'll see. We'll see how this tour will progress. But for right now, I think a B plus is a good solid mindset to have. Not on the cusp of A, but just reaching that line. All right. Next up,
Not add on to that.
All right, next up we have Faker 100. Now, I've only seen one SV.
Alright, first time I'm gonna be saying this.
Hello?
So this guy is fairly recent, a fairly recent player competing. Competed right now in the OU Spring Seasonals, and he got to round 4. So he was relatively like fresh off the OU Spring Seasonal hype. Have you guys seen him all in the tour cycle?
I feel like I want to say yes, but also at the same time, no. Like, I feel like I didn't see a game outside of clicking on the name once and trying to alt check it. But yeah, that's pretty much about like all I can remember.
Well, he seems like
Yeah, this is like a I don't know. This is the first I don't know pick for this.
yeah. Despite going far,
Yeah, same here.
yeah. Despite going far in the OU Spring Seasonal, I don't know much about Faker 100 to have really formulated an opinion. So don't know. Don't know who he is.
Wait, is round 4 considered far?
Well, considering the amount of players in that certain spring seasonal, eh, very eh. Anyway, next. So next up we have Fan Game 10. This one is a player I'm very, very familiar with.
Yeah, me too.
I have so many funny things to say about this guy. I mean, everyone's aware of it, but like one trick pony, and he's really damn good.
I mean,
Damn.
that one trick still works.
It's not that it's just working. Like this man has pulled up to every single competition with the exact same team.
Your team structure.
No. It's literally pretty much the exact same team minus like one bond sometimes. Or
Yeah, I
these are
know. That's
adjusted.
why I'm team structure.
Like by his own admission, it is basically literally the exact like as identical as you can make it.
Please
And
check.
he's still doing.
Please,
Still pulling it off.
please check the points breakdown and see if his only points came from doubles. And from that one
His
team alone.
only. I don't even need to look at it. I don't even need to look at it because I'm that confident. Because he was like, yeah, I'm only just gonna play doubles. Hops on during a doubles tour, wins. Refuses to elaborate further.
Ah,
Wins.
what an absolute mood. Well, he went 2-3 in the doubles Premier League. Not as bad as say the 1-4 and 2-4s that we've seen, but a kind of respectable record. But he also made to round 7 in the doubles winter seasonal, so explain that.
Again, all using the same. Also, by the way, for what it's worth, I was slightly wrong about the points breakdown. It's 21 out of 26 from doubles. 2 of the 2 doubles gave him 4, and 1 point up RU, and I remember that now because he was like, I'm going to play RU because it has the snow sample. Needless to say, that worked out really well.
Got into semis
Wow,
with that?
okay.
He's got into semis with that friggin' snow team? Oh my god.
I mean, again, like, that snow team is kind of cracked because most people bring
It is heat.
really
It is very heat.
stupid stuff.
It is very heat.
But,
I will not deny
also
that.
at the same time, it's kind of like funny because everything else is literally just the same strat.
Fan.
Like, even in the 2v2 doubles one, I think he just tried to recreate the team.
Wow. I mean,
Also, now that Flamigo's out of RU, is that snow team gonna dominate?
yes.
I mean, other people aren't really using that snow team anyway, and RU's a weird tier. We're gonna save our comments about it for later, but like, yeah,
Fair.
fan room.
Fan meme 10. All right, where do we want to put him?
I want to put him in A just for doing what he does, man. Like he is actually. I think he's actually holding himself back by doing that.
I can attest.
I've seen him play doubles in past tournaments, and he was usually on the lower side of the skill.
To put into context, he was put in the Swamperts last year, and his record was abysmal, to say the least.
Yeah, he usually doesn't do super well in team tours from what I'm seeing.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
So
But
I don't think it's A.
But yeah, he got to round 7 of doubles winter seasonal using that same team. That's crazy. What craziness?
Yeah, I
is
think
that?
this Jet is doing a lot better for him doubles wise. Like it's more of what he's used to from what I'm hearing.
That's good. That's good.
Also,
Actually,
having like an impact on how doubles does their tiering is kind of crazy.
that's
So,
crazy.
like,
So,
I want to rank him higher for that.
I put B at best.
Metagame influential.
I'm not ranking him higher than a B. It's a B. Like he's solid. He is solid. And
Like,
you're right.
if you draft him, you are getting exactly that team. Everyone knows what to prep, and it's still probably going to come out in his favor somewhat.
I agree. Everyone would know what to expect with fan games. And speaking as someone who's
I mean, he's literally said it in the sign-up post. He's like, yeah, if you draft me, you're getting one.
Yeah, please draft him for spend your money on fan game. It'll bring you the exact same team. Just look at the Swampers. All right, fan game. Ah, I hope you do well this year. I hope this team will bring you extra joy. All right, next up from one Swampert to another, FC.
Oh, we didn't even wait. Like, guys, for those of you not watching, like, McCoy just put him in S without even questioning it.
That was me.
Oh, okay, never mind. OKR just put him in S without even questioning it. I mean, like, I'm not going to question it. I know we're going to put him in S, but that was kind of all we needed to say.
For the record, I also immediately put him S with no drawbacks. Yep.
I'm just not doing it manually. I'm just, like, waiting for y'all to do it because I'm under my head.
Yeah, I already put him in S because you know exactly what kind of player FC is. You know exactly how good this man is. He's still currently in the OU spring seasonal. He for whatever for interesting reason, I've seen him play a lot of SVOMs lately. He's done balanced Hackmons, he's done mixed mega, he's done almost any ability, he's even done some stabmons. Like this man is actually going out of his way to learn OMs. It's crazy.
Now I'm scared. I'm scared because I'm a constant participant of TPP, and now I'm worried I'm gonna have to see FC as one of the opponents in some of the OMNs.
I mean, we're not offering up money or a CA for that one. Right?
Imagine if we do.
Can we like distract him during TPP or freedom to like sign up?
Also, is it me or was there money offered last year? Because like it was really stacked.
It was very. I think it was
just
money.
because like the post BLT hype, like money.
I think it was money. Yeah.
Wait, there was money.
I think there was money. I'm gonna have to recheck that.
No way. No one said anything about that bankrolling PvP.
Who? Well, he did once. I'm not sure.
Hey,
Not sure.
if you're watching this, please don't.
Give it more ad roll. Give me more ad revenue. Okay, so going back to FC, 5-4 in SPL. Yeah, he kind of 1-3 in UUPL and 2-5 in LC Winter League. That's fine.
Oh.
But
he's playing RBY UU for what it's worth. UUFPL.
Yes. Gen 1.
Which is a very Gen tier, as I've learned.
Yeah, I mean firsthand. It's very hard to learn that. But going back, FC, you know how good he is. Everyone knows how good he is. Easiest S tier we've had so far.
this video.
I
feel like we had an easier one last video because we started off with a report.
Yeah.
Maneuvers cheerleaders, in fact. Wow.
I'm waiting to see an FC versus Aberforth best of 7 in this BLT.
Best of what?
Best of 3 or 5, counting tiebreakers.
You said 7.
I really want to say best of 7. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure FC versus Aberforth happened last year as well. Possibly
3 times actually. 3 times.
I feel like it's a regular shindig in the universe community. Like, oh, it's these guys again.
It's true. All right. Next up, felines.
That's a big name.
It's a very
Name.
yeah.
Very hidden wall.
Yep. So currently, he's in the NU Swiss. Last I checked, it was 4-1. I think he's 4-2 or 5-1. But not only that, 3-1 in UUFPL, SVU PU kickoff semifinalist, and round 7 of the Monotype Spring Seasonals.
Oh, not good.
He's got very good records to his name. Actually, looking at the replays, yep, very good. I can definitely say he's very good.
Sounds like, we gonna say A?
Yes, absolutely, A tier. I think felines themselves have proven enough, very very capable into getting drafted.
There you are.
So not only is he a pretty brilliant dude in the replays that I've seen him play, but you know what? In the cycles, I think he did well as well. Did you guys check?
And he signed up for PU, NU, and Mono, so I think he'll be doing well.
Oh yeah.
Their quals are qual points are half from like LC. So I was like, oh, are they gonna put LC down? And then nope, no LC.
Although I will note, last time I think we saw felines in a team tour for tournaments room. I don't think they did well.
Did they not? Did he compete last year in BLT?
That was TPP, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This past TPP.
Yeah, and I don't think he did well. Maybe because it was Gen 8 OU. I think he competed in the OU tier. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah.
Maybe we'll look into this later. We're getting sidetracked.
But yeah, felines right now I think it has improved since TPP. Very very used to Gen 9, and I think the A tier is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay. Although I wouldn't guarantee he'll do super well because his performances aren't always the best.
Not all the best.
In team tours.
Not all the best, but it comes with the nature. It comes with, well, they did go 3-1 in UFPL, FPL, so there's still improvement in them team tours. All right, next up, Floor, aka Stitch. We did rank him last cycle. Yes, I am going to re-rank Stitch for this one because legit after. So because I think for playing more, I think he stepped it up quite a bit, only by a bit in cycle 2 compared to cycle 1. I think he did well, played a lot more, but I think he's improved his game a little bit.
I know Moore was like kind of sussy on not making top 16. Like I think we talked right before they went to bed, and we were like, yeah, there's a small possibility.
And look at that, he made it in. I mean,
yeah, worked out.
It was quite possible he didn't make it in because because in the final tour, which I saw he was in, 3 people who needed to pass him all could have done so in that tour if they got points. However, the bracket actually spared him because it matched 2 of the people who needed to pass him to knock him out. It matched 2 of those people in quarterfinals.
Oh, is this the fabled Elrog Sumpug one?
No, I think it was actually Greedy Ebb and Elrog who were matched in the quarterfinals.
Oof.
Some thug lost earlier.
Oof.
Yeah, but he was
Although
ahead.
Greedy Ebb and Elrog actually both lost in round 1.
They go ahead of Seru, so.
Greedy Ebb and Elrog both lost in round 1, so neither of them actually made it to quarterfinals, but they were bracketed to face there if they did. So it was quite literally impossible to knock Floor out of the top 16 by that point.
It's all in the matter of luck. It's all in the matter of luck. And skill. So, yeah, where do we want to put Floor now?
Yeah, I think 1 rank up is higher. Higher is better.
Yeah, C.
Not sure if any higher is gonna happen.
Yeah, I think C is up perfectly fine. It's better than they did in Cycle 1, let's just say that. Alright, the other re-rank...
Did we rank Floor as a C last time, or did we rank D?
I think we ranked D, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, C is fine normally.
Yay! And the other re-ranking, Fragments. Is he ever gonna sign up?
I feel almost trolled that we have to rank him because he's not even gonna sign up.
Yeah, is he gonna sign up? You know what? Don't know.
Can we like put him in F just to?
Yeah, sure.
Yo, McCoy, make an F minus right now.
Sure, just for you.
Maybe we should make an isn't going to sign up tier.
No, I'm gonna stop gatekeeping, or why? Why are the reason we have an all tier?
Mr. Gate. Yeah, Mr. Gatekeeper tier. That's where you belong, Fragment. Just sign up.
Nah, he's not gonna sell 5 for 20.
That's absolutely funny. All right.
Do it, Frags. Be funny.
Yeah, be funny and actually do sign up, or else we'll murder you.
Whoa, that's not nice.
Anyway, after that whole 20 minutes later, there we go. Fragments, you belong in Mr. Gatekeeper. Actually sign up for once. You're hilarious. All right, next up we have Geov 97. A very familiar face to us, PokeArt. So Geo, got to round 4 of the LC Winter Seasonal. Currently, they're in at the time I was writing these research, they were currently in the NU Swiss. They got into round 6 from what I last saw, and then round 4 of the PU kickoff. All pretty respectable records, I'd say.
Like LC main. Not much to say outside of like other tiers. I know they're playing in UUFBL. I was surprised to see that name because I was like, oh yeah, I know you're from Doors. But I thought they were like LC through.
Yes, they are.
McCoy, take a hint. I couldn't speak for the last couple minutes. I am planning to say on Gio, this is the player I probably know the most about here of anyone.
Then go ahead. Go ahead and speak on behalf of.
She's actually a good friend of mine.
All right.
Okay, so basically, Gio though does tend to have a main.
LC.
In the past, he tends to play LC and monotype, mainly LC. that sort of goes for the same here. She feels most comfortable in LC from the looks of it. And Mikla, you mentioned NU Swiss. That is correct. She is currently 4-2 in it.
Yep.
And although she tends to have a main, she branches out to a ton of things. She does like everything.
Yep.
I won't say she does well in everything. She doesn't, but she does everything. Anything that's a main tier.
So yeah, and getting far and getting pretty well and doing pretty well in the small gun tours are actually it's actually come to something like I'm happy that tours players do branch off to small gun tours, and Geo seems to go in that direction for the most part, which is doing well in Gen 9 feels right, you know.
I will say this, in the history that in the past where Diev has done stuff like BLT, she doesn't have a lot of success in that. Unfortunately, she's one of those players who can't really handle pressure too well.
Yeah. Speaking as someone who was a team with her in the past, like she has moments of brilliance, and then there are more times that she feels less motivated in actually trying the tours. Which if you give her enough motivation, she will absolutely ass blast through everyone, and she's a good player. If she's in the 100% mode,
she's just inconsistent.
That's the problem. That's the main word you want to say here. Very inconsistent. But when she's in go mode, she can absolutely ass blast through everyone.
And then she just has some really questionable plays sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
So, yeah, very mixed.
So, Gawain and PokeArt, where do you want to put Geo?
I mean, hearing all that, I'm like, C still. Could probably be lower, depending on how PokeArt feels.
I'll go C, because I can play on equal footing with her.
I also think C. I think.
Although I do kick her ass in Rans all the time, but in
That's
normal
not a BLT tier.
Yes, in BLT tiers, I think she's all right. I think it's more equal there. So C is fine, I think.
Yeah, I think C. I think this is totally a credit to her. Like, I think C is perfectly fine. When she can absolutely go toe to toe with a lot of these C players, these C rank people, and can absolutely play well.
I'm just gonna say, please, this isn't a bad 3K pickup.
Nope, not at all. I would go 3.5 or 4K. All right, next up we have a pretty established name, wouldn't you say? Gorex.
That is a very established name.
Big.
B for big.
Wow.
B. Oh, okay. So,
no, I said big.
Right. So, Gorex has done a very very good amount of smog on tours lately. 5-2 in Team Balo, 3-1 in UUFPL, round 8 of the LC Winter Seasonal, round 8 of the UU Masters, and 1-2 in Monotype World Cup.
Oh my. Wow, those are pretty good records for the most part.
Yeah, they are. And I've checked some of their replays.
The only negative record isn't all that negative.
Yeah, checking all their replays, I can definitely see Gorex has majorly improved since Gen 8.
Yeah, wanna know what's funny? Gorex has, like, absolutely terrible BLT history.
Oh,
really?
you're talking about that year.
Wait, I want to hear this.
You're talking about that year, aren't you?
Mikoy, do you have, like, a BLT record sheet? Because, like, Gorex just has a history of doing freaking awful in BLTs, I think.
To give you context, Gawain, I think Gorex in 1 year got 1 in 5.
I'm pretty sure they went negative multiple years.
Jeez, what happened, BLT? Is this your kryptonite Gorex?
I think it's just because that pool he was in was just so stacked that he felt really lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I think in that particular year, the RU pool was stacked.
You got Arts9, you got Kyotoshi,
I think Kyotoshi was in it, yeah.
Yeah.
This year is.
There was a lot of really good players. Oh yeah,
Mac 3 as well. Ah. Everyone came to play that year, and Gorex just didn't have room to fit.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't mean he's bad just because he went 1-5.
Oh hell no!
That was stacked.
Oh hell no! This wasn't bad.
He's doing better in Gen 9.
And I think he's close to S. This is the player that I feel most I want to lean S. Like I really want to lean S. But is he on the level of FC or Ars9 or the previous guys that we've ranked S at?
Yeah, I mean, given the BLT history, if we rank S, we're just gonna jinx him so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really are.
I hope
this is gonna be somebody's mad pick for RU, and then boom, 0-5.
Oh God! Don't curse him yet.
On your Gorex,
That might happen.
That's a bad omen.
Yeah, I feel like we've jinxed you. I'm sorry, dude.
Sorry, Gorex. Please don't go 0-5. We really like you. We really want to see you do well.
This year, Gorex, you know who to blame.
I'm rooting for your neutral record this year.
Please.
Unless we're on the same team, then like clean sweep.
Yeah. Go Gorex. Actually, like, this would be his redemption arc if he does it. No. Alright, next up. We're going on a hot streak here of great.
Wait, what did we put Gorex in?
A.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, next up we have another new face to the scene. Greedy EB. This man has made a splash in the LC. This man has made a splash in the LC pool, getting into top 6 of the LC Winter Seasonal and doing 2-1 in the LC Winter League.
I looked at some of his smoking stuff myself, unlike for most of these guys. Literally, I only saw LC related things.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, this is a guy who I think one of the other LC mains called an LC ladder hero in chat.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I don't know about them in team tours, but they come highly hyped from ladder.
And you know what? Checking his
I mean, getting top 6 in LC Winter Seasonal is also pretty good.
Yeah, he faced Hacker.
They lost with your money, aka Hacker.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, like you don't get much better than that.
And you know, I checked that particular replay out. Greedy put up a hell of a fight against Hacker. Ultimately lost though, but still, that was some good games. Checking more of their replays out, they're very very good. I could see them like as a first round LC pick. Like if someone wants to go for a Greedy EB, like absolutely, you cannot go any worse. Like this is a.
I mean, there's like only like I don't think there's even double digits for LC mains right now. Like this Greedy's gonna be somebody's pick.
Yeah. If anyone's gonna be picking up, I wouldn't be surprised if they picked up Greedy EB for a good amount of price. Probably like a 8 or 9K at most. But anything beyond that is either an underpay or an overpay. So, where do we want to rank Greedy EB?
Well, A maximum, B minimum.
Yeah, I'm going with B. I don't know why I don't want to go A, but I'm going with B.
Yeah, I think B is fair.
Yeah, I think that's also fair. And like looking at this guy smoking, I did say I've only saw LC, but I didn't elaborate. What I was seeing was it SVLC, SMLC, SSLC, multiple gens of LC.
I mean, if you're gonna do one thing, you gotta do that one thing pretty well.
When all you have is a hammer.
All right. Next up, we have Hachimaki.
Okay, second time saying this. Who?
5-2 in
Oh,
team.
this one's Strawberry Spark.
Yeah, 5-2 in Team Balo, and making it into round 4 of OST.
Oh.
I checked a couple of his replays. They're pretty good.
Like, Strawberry Spark was getting a lot of attention during quals.
I will say this: they were pretty good during quals. And checking some of their replays out, they're good. I just don't see the hype.
So that sounds like you're gonna put him at a B or C, Nikoi.
Yeah, it's been a current running trend amongst my own thinking that players I don't tend to see the hype, even though I know they're really good. They tend to be kind of underranked. And I think this is again another case of it being underranked. I think a C plus.
I don't have any better idea unless Gawain would like to add more.
Like, I will say this, is that a lot of us were trying to figure out who Strawberry Spark was, and then they PM'd me near the end going like, hey, this is my main, how do I sign up, blah, 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 and I was just like cross-checking, and I'm like, okay, I still have not much of an idea who you are, because I didn't bother looking up past that, but I was like, okay, you seem good, you seem like you deserve hype.
So yeah, I'm thinking C plus.
I'll still put him in C. C is kind of fair for me.
Alright, sounds fair.
All right, next up we have Herv.
For a while, I was like, who? But then I looked on Smoke and I'm like, hey, wait, this might be someone.
It's definitely someone. He was last seen in the OU Spring Seasonal. He got to round 5 there, and he went 4-3 in Team Balo. Also competed in OST, although not really doing all that well there.
Okay, but what's his trophy from?
It's the blue one.
Anyone want to look? Anyone want to look where Herb got its trophy?
Do you want to look up, or am I dreaming that?
I can look it up. I have it. Let's take a look. Take a look, as well as a defending World Cup of Pokemon champion.
Yeah, I was right. Blue is World Cup.
Ah, so he's part of the winning team of World Cup. What did he play?
Instead of all gens.
Ah, so it's Gen 8 OU.
Not sure what it is this year, but I think it's SV, for those of you wondering.
So, have you seen them all compete in the room tours?
I think I saw their main in the chat. I don't think I really saw them play though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I this is during the part where I was like really clocked out. I know I saw her. I saw them talking chat. Didn't bother watching the game.
Maybe.
Yeah, I honestly just saw the name and thought nothing of it. I didn't think this was anyone.
Well, judging from the
I knew the name from seeing it on Smog Dwarves a lot, and you know anybody who's on that is either a real sweat or is actually good.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, judging from the records,
no one willingly doing that.
He sounds like a B. He seems like a B. I haven't seen his replays or anything, but judging from
Hey, what was his World Cup record?
So that's what.
Username's different these days.
So yeah, 1-1 in the World Cup last year.
Oh.
So nothing too noteworthy there. But Herb, yeah, he sounds like a B.
Well, okay. I don't know too well. I can't disagree.
Yeah, this is the player I'm like, okay. After seeing his records, I'm like, okay, he's perfectly fine. He's got a trophy for a reason, so he's bound to be good. So yeah. Next up, Ender.
That sounds like a big name to me.
Very, very easy, eh?
Fairly big name here. We have a round 10 in the Uber's winter seasonal. They're currently in RUPL, currently in the OU spring seasonal, 1 and 2 in UUFPL, and then round 3 in RULT playoffs.
Oh, playoffs.
Playoffs, not the life cycles of the RU Ladder Tour. They're actually in the playoffs.
So that's actually really good then.
Yeah. So Gawain, you mentioned he's an easy A. Care to elaborate?
He's, I mean, not much else to say. Like, if you've been following him around for a while, you'll see the name pop up, and you're like, okay, yeah, this guy's doing good in whatever he's playing. Like, literally, I was looking at Ruins of Alph the other day, and I think he's about to potentially be a finalist for Grand Slam. Let me just look it up real quick. Like, it's either him or One Last Kiss.
Ooh. That's the name
Yeah,
scares
let's
me.
see Mashing's post. Oh, it is Inder is the finalist.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think he won. He won? No.
Be amazing if he
Yeah,
won.
playoffs final. Electricity Cat versus Inder. Inder just posted saying won in a GSCB OGGS. This might have actually been yesterday's one.
All right. So I'm fully convinced Ender is an A tier. The ones I've seen, the replays I've seen of him, he's very good. So yeah, I could see him going pretty far in BLT. Let's just hope that he settles in at a very nice tier. Probably, well, he's a hodgepodge. Yeah, he's competing in Ubers, OU, RU, UU. He's kind of a hodgepodge, but maybe he'll find a niche and he'll absolutely roll with it. I have high hopes for Ender.
So, what are we putting him in?
I'm A.
Gawain, do you agree?
I mean, I started off by saying easy A.
Oh, right, yes. Okay.
All right, next up we have It's Nim XD.
Okay,
Who indeed? I actually got a chance to interview this dude. He was exclusively a draft player before BLT, and the strongest tier he says is OU.
Oh,
That's all you need to know.
okay. I did a
So like classic, I've just transitioned this smog on newcomer.
Mm-hmm.
But I play.
But he
I
did
did a
play.
draft league once, and the skill level kind of ranged from really bad to decent to somewhat good. So I don't really have super high hopes then.
So have you both seen him participate in the cycle?
Gawain probably has more than me.
Yeah, I've probably seen more, but I haven't seen like a lot. But I wasn't the biggest fan of what I saw. Like I'm leaning towards like a lower rank for this one.
So what are we thinking? C, D?
Maybe D?
I'd say D.
I don't know. I can't really say.
Yeah, I'd say D. All right, next up, Yavi or Javi. Now, this guy is a UU main, very clearly a UU main. Got to round 6 of the. No, not Yavitu. The Yavi or Javi. Round 6.
I thought, isn't this the same person?
Is it the same person?
Wait. What are we? Wait, well, who's the same person as who?
Yavitu?
Javi, isn't Javi too?
Yeah, that is Hobby too.
Oh, well, from a Rand's main to a UU main, R6 in UU Masters, and then competed in the UU Kickoff. Didn't get very far, but so yeah, V2. Have you seen him play in the cycle?
Yeah, I mean, I've also watched him do Rex. That was unfortunate, but he did get Rex in the end.
Hmm. So, how would you say his play style? How would you rank his play style?
Well, I've also played him in UU, I think, and I've won once or twice, I want to say, but I haven't played him recently, so like, no comment. But he did get cheesed by Seru with Rain the other, like, near the end, so that was kind of like, oh, this isn't great.
Hmm.
A bit of a bad run lately, but I still think overall fairly solid player. Like, will you be starting as someone's UU pick potentially?
All right, I can see him
But it is
starting
a
him.
stacked UU. It is a stacked UU pool.
Mm-hmm.
And this cycle only added more fuel to that fire. So like,
I've seen Javi to play in the past. I think he's decent.
He's all right in Rands.
Relatively solid.
He's all right in Rands, but as a singles guy, he can absolutely pilot a team well. If you give him a team, he can absolutely pilot him well. I'm think I'm thinking I'm thinking C.
I'm thinking like B max, C minimum.
yeah, I'm feeling more B just because I know what he's more capable of.
Hmm.
But C also feels fair if maybe a little lower.
Okay.
It feels low, but B feels slightly high. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely not a D. Definitely not a D.
No, not D. I'm not that ignorant. So,
Yeah, McCoy.
Marius 84.
Biggest who yet.
Round 5 of SV Monotype Cup. That's literally has been the only record.
Oh, so new?
Fairly new, I'd say. Hasn't got a lot of smog on posts, so yes.
Interesting.
All right, so Gawain, have you seen him participate?
Oh wait, actually, not too new to smoke, and just I think he hasn't really started playing much till recently, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, not remember this at all. What was the alt, or was it various?
His alt was Do I pronounce this in the Spanish way,
Yeah.
or do I say it in the English way?
Yeah. Eskide.
Oh yeah, Eskide. Yeah, I don't remember this one at all. How'd you fall?
I remember it in tours.
What was the
I
points
remember
breakdown? We have a look at the
seeing
points
it.
breakdown in a second.
Possible I've even faced
Oh,
it.
100% off mono die. 20 clean off mono.
Mm.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
I guess this is definitely a mono main.
Yep. We got to round 5 of the SV Monotype Cup. So, where do we want to rank
I
him?
gotta be honest, like, if you went undrafted by accident, I could totally see that happening.
Ooh.
Like, I would feel bad for you, you clearly deserve better, but, like, I just do not remember.
I mean, he's got potential. Let's just say he's got potential.
Yeah, like, I hope a manager sees this video or actually does their research. I mean, I'm sure they'll do the research, but, like, we're adding a little bit of extra incentive here if you're watching us.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is definitely a mono main. If all points are for mono and they made it to round 5 of a mono seasonal.
So I'm thinking like C or D. He's got potential. This kid has got potential.
I don't know enough. I don't think I should rank him.
So don't know. I feel.
Yeah, this feels like a I don't know kind of situation waiting to happen.
Maybe in the next year we'll see.
Very clear main, so it may not be too bad to invest.
Yeah. Yeah, managers, again, take notes. If you do your research, you'll find some interesting things. All right, next up, JJ09 Lee. We got to talk about this guy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, this one's funny.
This is the very controversial exit from Cycle 1, and that's all we'll say about that. Cycle 2, though, how did he do?
I genuinely thought this would be a bit more closer with Korea, but like again, that man cannot be stopped in room doors. But JJ did put up a little bit of a fight, but then stopped, like just straight up stopped at one point, and I know like no one came close to coming second. So like not bad. That means there was a very good run made right at the start of the cycle.
We've seen JJ09 Lee in the past. He has competed in a past TLT, got to round 6 of it, where we kind of underestimated him a little bit when we were doing the TLT coverage, but for now, you can definitely say he's gotten better. Not a whole lot, but better.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's in solid territory. So, where do we want to rank him?
I kind of want to go A. Like
Hey.
picked up tiers very fast. Like we know they're Rand's main, but like, I was just looking at OU ladder the other day, and they're like in the top 50 or higher.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Definitely someone to look out
Yeah,
for.
so it's like, you best in a team, I feel like they can do anything.
Yeah, everyone from the Rams community says how good this man is if given proper prep and given great teams. They can absolutely play well. So I'm gonna go B. I think B is a solid option for JJ09 Lee. If you guys do draft him, like
Plus was a tier here, I would put him in that.
he's straddling that line between A and B. I, I think he's solid B.
B is not for bad after all.
Mm-hmm.
It's for better than most.
Or at least upper mid. All right. Next up.
Hey, that doesn't start with B.
Next up, we got Just Drew. Now, this is a name that tour staff have taken a quite a peek at.
I'd imagine why.
He's an overall UU main. Get this, he's top 4 in UU Masters.
Whoa.
Top 4 in UU Masters, 2-2 in UU FPL, and round 3 of SBUU kickoff. But yeah, solid UU main.
Interesting. Well, I knew that though. I think we all knew he's the UU main.
Yeah.
The first time I saw Drew play was actually against my UUFBL team, and I think he did lose that one. Like, I think that was actually the first game that we played.
Alright.
Oh.
But
so that was kind of like funny, but like I knew going in he was hyped. Looked him up after hyped. Watched him during the cycle. Pretty much deserves more or less the hype for UU at least. Not sure about the other ones. Like the most memorable thing I have to say about them for this qualifying. Sorry, what?
I could have swore he himself said he was bad at UU.
Hey.
Yeah, that's like what everybody said.
Everyone says that.
Yeah, they're annoying like that. But like, the most memorable thing I have to say about Drew during quals is I have never seen someone get tilted by Korea more. Like, I think like literally straight up said, "You are my arch nemesis at mobs." Because he didn't win a single game against the guy, as far as I can tell. Like every time they played, Korea just made him tilt.
Damn.
Hilarious to me.
Not gonna lie, I saw him play Just Drew a lot, so I can understand And as someone who also lost a fair amount to Korea, yeah, I can understand the feeling.
Like every one of us has lost him at least a couple of times, if not most of the time. But like, I gotta pull up the screenshots because they're so funny. Like at one point I was like, oh no, I hope this isn't getting too toxic. Kind of like levels of bad.
I'm definitely gonna look them up later. Hopefully they were saved. Hopefully the replays were
I
saved.
think I did save one of them. I think I might have saved one of them, or somebody else did.
All right.
Good, but I do recall him saying that Korea is his arch nemesis. I think I was there.
Someone bear them up for BLT. All right, where do we want to put Just Drew?
I want to put him in B.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough. I was just thinking B.
Were you gonna put him in C?
No, I was actually gonna think B. I think B is very fair. I think Just Drew definitely earned his props as being a good UU main, and hopefully we'll get to see him compete and face Korea like every week.
Just don't, bro. Just don't.
Just don't tell. All right, next up, Keanu VGs. Keanu VGC is next. Room Tour Red, I think. Haven't seen him a whole lot in Smog.
Screw you, actually. Super Neuter, Showdown, Smog on both. Like, if the VGC bit didn't give it away.
He's a double man. He's a doubles man. Although he is currently in the doubles ladder tournament that's going on right now. So he's definitely picking up doubles. And, I'd say he's got.
He's really I think he's actually caught on with the doubles community pretty fast. Like, I speak to this guy fairly regularly. He does, like, for someone who's super new, one, he's picking up Smog on really fast. Two, he's getting himself actively established in the community as soon as possible. Like, from knowing no one to suddenly saying, like, yeah, I just got teams from, like, established doubles mains, like Rat Factor or something like that. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing in your off time during cycle? What is going on?
Yeah, that's very good.
I really kind of, like, respect that. I respect, like, how fast he's picking it up, but I kind of want to rank him, like, a little bit higher than what we might collectively rank him for that. Like, I feel like this is a player you want to draft for potential.
Definitely.
Like, I can definitely see potential. Good doubles main, put him in as, like, your 3K backup.
Definitely.
I also know a fair amount about this guy because, well, yeah, I think he's interacting with a lot of people during cycle. In fact, during cycle 1, I was pretty guilty of gatekeeping him. Yeah, he was kind of like near the end of it. He got really unlucky for cycle 1. Like, I have never seen a person miss more 95% moves. Every single time.
Ouch.
So I hard gate kept him.
Ouch.
Like, did he, like, I'm assuming this is what happened. He clicked Heat Wave, missed multiple times, and then lost.
I can definitely. As someone who is currently, getting back into grinding towards room cycles, like, yeah, the tilt is real, guys. Like, missing 95% moves is very common.
The guy just had the worst hacks going against him on moves that really should be hitting most of the time.
Well, yes, but also, he just wasn't that good in cycle 1.
Yeah, I will agree that he could have been better. But, like, for someone who's new to Showdown, I think he wasn't doing that bad. And then cycle 2, he kind of, like, really stepped it up. He did definitely step it up. I think it helped that I wasn't playing because, like I said, I already yeah, you're right. He also did finally start hitting moves that he should be hitting.
Finally got that heat wave hit. Finally got that high jump kick.
I also have it on good authority that the Spanish team tour that I was trying out for, he's getting, like, a lot of hype for right now, which is not a BLT tier and also, like, heavily luck-based, which is ironic. Like, oh, yeah, he's about to be somebody's big 2v2 CC pick. I'm probably leaking that, but, like, none of you guys are probably watching this. So.
All right.
By the time it happens, you're too late.
So, yeah, this is a player definitely with potential. I have been checking replays of this guy out, and he definitely seems like a guy that I would groom for success. Basically, he's got the cred to back it up as well. Well, actually, like train him up. If any player, if any manager who wants to train him up, absolutely train him up. He's gonna do well if you give him proper teams. If you train him well enough, he's absolutely gonna go toe to toe with some of the bigger doubles players in this pool. So I have high hopes for Keanu VGC. I'm gonna put him at a C.
No, D.
D. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, D with strong potential. I wouldn't mind putting him in C, honestly. Like, I would feel good about that.
No, he's not in that level. Based on singles play, he's not terribly good.
I mean, like, but are you going to draft this guy as a 3K pick for singles?
OU main Keanu VGC.
Yeah, if you're going to pick him, don't let him play singles. He's really not that good at that.
He's a good bench warmer for doubles.
Yeah, like managers take a chance on him just to train him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say this. Based on cycle 1, I would have rated him F.
Ooh.
Based on cycle 2, D. I see improvement, and I see potential.
I see a little bit. All right, next up. This is a player with a lot of hype. A lot of hype going forward, and I'm happy to note that, yeah, I could see him. I could see him. I could see him being drafted and doing well. Kebab Mini.
Allow me to say I don't know who this is, but the first thing I saw was a trophy.
He got 6-4 in SPL, round 6
Whoa.
of OST.
Oh.
He's competed in the 2 biggest Smug on tours and did very well for himself. So this is a player I would absolutely take a chance on and go actually big price on him.
So I'm seeing 2 trophies, defending SPL champion. So I guess he won SPL?
He's part of that winning team, yes.
Wow. Oh, he was part of Shark?
Yes.
Past World Cup champion.
So, a lot of the player with a lot of hype going into him. Did you guys see his play?
Yeah.
What was the alt name?
I don't think he had one, according to.
Oh, yeah, definitely didn't have one, but it's. Oh, there's a typo on this. That's why I was like 62 points, and I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. No, he had 22. It's a typo.
So.
Yeah, I found him. He's at 22 points indeed. His point breakdown is Gen 4 OU. Okay.
That's a meme.
Modern type, EU, Gen 6 UU, OU, and Ubers. With the most amount of points he got being a 3-way tie of the first 3 things I mentioned at 5 points apiece.
Interesting. However, don't let the points breakdown fool you. This guy is really good.
Yeah, this is one of those I did my 20 and I didn't dip.
Meaning, he knows he's good. He's confident he will get drafted, so he must be good.
Very, very. I would be surprised if he didn't. If managers didn't look at it and say, "Hey, you got an SPL champion waiting in the wings, and you didn't pick him up," I'm gonna say A. Maybe S, but the A, definitely A.
I've never seen him play, so I feel a little hesitation towards ranking S, but winning SPL with a 6-4 record is pretty good. What tier did he even play?
OU. I'm pretty sure it's OU. Well, judging by the OST record, definitely OU.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, this seems like a pretty solid pick, and I'm sure the managers probably know this more than we do.
Please.
Or at least I'd hope.
All right, now time for an absolute meme, Keshba.
Oh, this is a funny guy.
Consider stalling funny.
Okay, the only records I've seen of Keshba are that he's competed in the National Dex Monotype playoffs, but that's about it.
Natdex Mono?
Really?
I
I
mean,
know he's playing like a bunch of ladder tours right now. He topped the Ubers one.
Wow.
Last cycle.
Damn. I didn't know that. That's actually pretty impressive.
I mean, that's kind of like super recent, so it's hard. It's kind of easy to miss. But like, he's also high ladder on OU. Like, he has been consistently ish.
Mm.
I think last time I saw him, he was like 24th. So
Okay, fair enough. But
okay, well, I'm not totally surprised that the Uber's fact, because, well, you
he's
can stall in Ubers.
no, he's not using stall. He's using trick room.
Oh. Oh.
well then. All right, so
So, that strikes me as one of those players who finds success in using teams that have a sort of gimmick to them. Like
Yeah.
stall or trick room, stuff like that,
definitely someone with a niche.
I guess.
Anyway, go on.
The thing is, like, I actually think you want to rate this guy a little bit higher, despite the gimmicks. Like, I think, like, every time I play Cash, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're not, like, the most hypeable guy on paper. But then, like, you see him play, and you're like, okay, yeah, you are actually closer to the real deal. You just don't have, like, the stuff to show for it in terms of, like, individual tour achievements or stuff like that. But, ladder-wise, he's really good. And I've seen him pick up, like, I mean, I didn't think he was good at Ubers, and then boom, Uber cycle topper.
That is interesting.
I'm thinking C or D. What do you guys think?
I also think in that range.
C, strongly C, because we played like worse players in C. Honestly, I would rate him a little bit higher just because I think he's capable of better.
I don't think he's quite on the level of B that we rated the B players, so C then.
Which is fair. All right, next up, Kibo.
Kibo? Hope?
Hope. Kibo. So Hope Man. Competing currently in the in the OU Spring Seasonal. I'm pretty sure I've seen this name before though. Not in Gen
It does seem
9.
like a name you would see.
Not in Gen 9, probably in Gen 8. Um Judging from his replays, I did see a little bit of SP replays from from Kibo, and he's aight. Like he's a perfect mid sort of player.
Like, how did there not have been mentioned from the Italian room? There was like a little bit of a mini Italian brigade going on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely coming from the Team Balo hype, I would say. So yeah.
No, it was just the Italian sort of like getting together and then like being Italian in chat. It was kind of funny.
So yeah, again, I see potential in Kibo. I think if he gets drafted, he'll be a good sub option, and he can build all right. Although I don't see high hopes for him, so I'm thinking like he's the perfect mid player. I'm gonna go see.
Hey, Miko, you said he was in the OU Spring Seasonal?
Is he not now?
I don't see his name in round 6.
Well, he must have been gone from round 5.
At least.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see him.
All right. So
Especially Bob.
again, this is perfectly mid. I think I think Kibo it'd be a good sub, but for playing wise, he's alright. He's all right.
Well, okay.
All right, last one for part 1 of this video. Lax.
Wait, what did we rank him? What did we rank him on?
See.
Oh, okay.
All right, last one. Lax. Well, last one for part one. Lax. Lax has done very well for himself in the past in SV. 5-2 in Team Ballo, 6-3 in SPL,
Ooh!
0-2 in RUPL. But that's fairly new. Right now, Lax has killed it in Team Ballo and in SPL. So we got high hopes for Lax. And he's also competed in TPP, I believe. And he did fairly well there.
Yes, he did. I think he was. No, he wasn't on my team this
No.
year. I think he was on my team last year. No, he wasn't. That
No.
was also
I would have remembered it. I would have remembered Lax
No,
if he was in the team.
he was in both. I think he was in both the TPPs for last year and this year. No, he was never on my team. I'm delusional. I had easy for both times.
Duh. I would have remembered Lax because I was hosting both those TPPs in the past. And yes, he did compete last year and the last 2 years. Primarily in the S tours. Yeah, he's primarily in the S tours tier, and he did very good. He did very good in the past. So I know him as a strong OU player. How does he do in Gen 9? I think he's much improved.
Really?
I mean,
He's already pretty good in Gen 8.
but I think he's stepping it up. I think he's a step up above that.
Hey, are you implying what I think you might be implying?
Yep.
I think Gawain agrees with me here.
I mean, I think the hype is deserved. I'm hearing the same level of hype from certain people I shall not name.
I think he's S tier.
Interesting.
I think he's S tier. I think he's S tier.
Okay. It's to my understanding that he's pretty good, so I don't think I should argue against that.
Also, it'd be a pun crime not to draft him in the Snorlaxes.
Oh, yeah, guys, if the Snorlaxes win again, let Lax get a Snorlax avatar, and then everything is complete.
If he gets drafted anywhere other than the Snorlaxes, then name change immediately.